Inactivity serves no purpose whatsoever.
Another test. Let me try it.
Ready, kids?
Free.
Whirling snow! Kamisato art! Sumeru! Take flight! Yeah! So rude!
Illusion
Steady!
Free. Free.
My apologies!
Freeze.
Take flight!
Free.
Whirling snow!
Fall free. Free.
Yeah! Yeah!
Free.
Someone needs assistance. As a dutiful maid would.
Free. Cut down. Free. Free. I don't care. Free. Free. Pick the wrong I got
Leave it all to me.
Freeze.
There is no escape!
Picked the wrong test. Another Freeze! Burn! Take this! This will end you! I'm ready! Fall before me! Freeze!
Shine down!
Freeze! And over! Take this! I'm ready! Have a little taste! Freeze! Freeze!
So rude! Take flight! Steady as stone.
Freeze! Freeze! This will do! Freeze! Fall before me!
There is no escape!
It's over!
Leave it all to me. I'll catch up.
Freeze! Freeze! Freeze!
Shine down! My apologies!
And you! You win! Freeze!
Whirling! Illusion shot! Take flight!
Picked the wrong test subject. Another test.
There is no escape! Whirling snow! My apologies!
Cheap tricks. This isn't over.
Shine down! Take flight! My apologies! Unthinkable!
Suffice.
I must leave no stone
Cheap
unturned.
tricks.
There is no escape!
Freeze! You win! Freeze! Freeze! This will do! Freeze!
I'll catch up.
Fall before me! Freeze! Freeze! Fall before me!
Leave it all to me. Time to clean up.
I'm ready! Freeze! Freeze!
I missed it.
And over!
Shine down! Take flight!
Have a little taste! Free! Cut down! I got carried!
Illusion shattered!
Steady as stone.
Free! Test subject! Free!
Ad Astra Abyssosk.
The essence of the Ame Noma art is to have the patience.
Bueno, estas misiones no hablan, así que yo hablo por ellos. Oh, if it isn't the golden Nara, alas. Arapakati not afraid. Nara Mendes is good Nara. Just like the Nara in the stories. Esto es como un trabalengua. Nara Mendes and Paimon have helped us a lot. Okay, Arapakati not afraid. Arapakati trust Arama and grass leaves and and the grass, leaves and seeds. All say you're good, Nara. Hello, Mendes and Paimon. Actually, I'm bad. Okay. Wow. Hello. Mendes is going to help Arana to form a villa. So we will prepare for Festival Usaba together. Festival Usaba. Arapakati looks strange. Is anything troubling you? Arapakati's big brothers have not returned to Vanarana. We siblings can't celebrate Festival Usaba together if they don't return. I haven't seen Arachatora, Arasaka, Arapas. Por eso es que no tienen voice actor en esta escena. Muchachos que iban a poner a decir todos esos nombres. And Arapala in Vanarana for a very long time either. Never seen them after that incident. A very long time. How long is that? Many, many moons ago, when the seedlings had just sprouted. But now they are already big trees, big enough to keep the rain off Anaranana. Is 7 Arapacatis tall. Págate. For seedlings to trees. Wow, that's a really long time. Are your brothers missing? Missing? Is that a type of seed? Oh, so Nara seeds are called missing? Amazing. Ay, Dios mío. No, that's not what we mean. It means you don't know where they are. Oh, not like that. Arapacati knows where todos esos están. Brothers not missing. They have been training at Vanarana for a long, long time. Cooking training. Pues bien. Paimon guess it sounds like something Paimon would be interesting. Paimon is more interested in Mendes cooking training. What is the cooking training exactly? It happened in the last festival of Usaba. Nara made lots of food for Nara to try. To make food for Nara in return of the festival of Usaba, Arachatora and others have been taking cooking training. Paimon can't wait any longer for this festival Usaba. But that's Aranara's food. Can't wait. But Arapacati, since you know where they are, why don't you search for them yourself? The magnificent festival Usaba is about to begin. Arapacati has lots to prepare. No time to search for them. They left Baranara for cooking training to prepare for Festival Usaba, but they don't know Festival Usaba is about to start. Y que todos los demás son estúpidos. Tremendo. Then leave it us. We'll be going to Arama to find the Aranarara in the forest and prepare for Festival Usaba anyway. Isn't that right? Sure. But how will we find Arachatara? What are the other names again? Arachatora, Arasaka, Arapas, and Arapala. Ooh, Aranara names are so hard to remember. Creo que nunca lo vamos a recordar. Don't say that about Aranara names. You're gonna make the Aranara sad. Okay, so how do we find them? They used to do cooking training in Aranara, but they made lots of smoke, so Arapacati kicked them out. Everyone was so scared then, some Aranara even hibernated. Luckily, Arama was brave and punished the smoke. Arapacati was furious and made them leave. So, you should be able to find them in the forest by looking for the rising pillars of smoke, I think. Tremendo. So you kicked them out. Yes. Did I make a mistake? Oh, not really. Anyway, Mendes, let's get going. Alright, one more thing. If my brothers are acting strange, go splat them with the power of Dendro. In the past, they created lots and lots of smoke, fueled all of Baranara we smoked. They were afraid too and ran around everywhere. Sometimes they also became like that if they touched strange mushrooms. But Aranara are spirits of the forest, so we can recover and regain our senses by absorbing the power of Dendro. But I'm guessing now, by that logic, Mendes recovers after eating Sweet Madame. So Mendes must be a Sweet Madame spirit, yes. Un plato de comida. This makes perfect sense. Yeah, let's go, Paimon. Good luck. Gracias, por favor, que quiero avanzar. Ay, María. ¿Hay manera de brincar o no hay forma de brincar para ese punto? Y la respuesta es no. Estas misiones de las aranas parece que cogen mucho tiempo. Ahí está la notificación de que tengo poca batería en el control, así que vamos a cambiar el control ahora mismo. 5 segunditos aquí. Ahí quedamos. Ya tengo control nuevo. Quedamos set. Desde que puse eso para que no se vieran las notificaciones, no encuentro cómo quitarlo. El colmo. Bueno, vamos a poner una pausa a esta historia de la arana y nos vamos para el punto principal aquí. La historia principal. Vamos para allá. Básicamente esa historia de los aranara, como se llamen, básicamente te ayuda para explorar el área. Es como si quisieras explorar el sitio antes de hacer las misiones principales, pues sigues con esa historia porque te lleva corriendo por todo el mapa para que tú lo vayas abriendo poco a poco. Ahora es que oficialmente vamos para la ciudad de Sumeru. ¿Necesitaré el traveler en el party? No tengo idea. Vamos a coger estas aquí, Sonseira. Vamos a poner al traveler solamente por la historia, no por más nada.
This world is full.
Full of what? No lo deja acabar. Suelta, suelta. Ahí está. Uepa. Por cierto, ¿cuándo puedo profanar talentos? ¿Cuándo puedo? Esto es los lunes y los jueves. Así que mañana puedo obtener los items para subir de nivel los talentos del Traveler. Vamos para allá. Ah, pues bien. ¿Qué tipo de historia? La niña dice que Si crees todavía en Aranara, no has crecido. ¿Qué tipo de historia? No he escuchado. Pues estuve con ellos. Like the brave Aranara, they might be small, but very brave. Despite their fear of fire, Aranara will protect the forest, putting out wildfires with their bodies. Aranara. Wait, no. That's just a childhood story. Mino is older now and doesn't believe in that anymore. Oh, sup. Vita. Oh, well. ¿Qué es ese rayo rojo que veo aquí de lejos? Ah, tal. No voy a ir para allá ahora mismo. Aunque me veo tentado. Ok, me lleva a este punto de aquí. En otro momento. Tenemos aquí Traveling Merchant, Sirafi. Oh, wow. See you. Hablamos de los
only take
artículos.
orders from my employer.
Un mercenario.
All my goods come direct from the palace.
Ok, nada. Interesante. Mercenarios aquí, literalmente en la entrada de la ciudad. Comenzamos.
Sumeru City! Ah, we finally made it! Oh, did you see that? When those people entered the city, something on their heads lit up.
One moment, please, you two. It appears this is your first time visiting Sumeru City.
Oh, yeah, that's right. But how did you know that?
Because there's currently no information on either of you in the Akasha. But no need to worry, that won't prevent you from entering the city. In fact, the Academia conveniently provides each traveler to Sumeru City with a device. Perhaps you two have heard of the Akasha before. It's our beloved Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's lasting legacy, a treasure trove of collected knowledge. After centuries of tireless research on the Akasha, the Academia created one of its most ingenious inventions, the Akasha Terminal. As long as you are within Sumeru's borders, you may use an Akasha Terminal to connect directly to the Akasha and access any knowledge you need. I should mention that due to technical limitations, the operation of Akasha terminals will be much smoother and more effective in large cities such as Sumeru City and Port Ormos.
Oh, so this is the thing that Tainari was telling us about. It sounds pretty amazing.
You two are quite fortunate. Until recently, it was standard practice to only issue Akasha terminals to outlanders who spent an extended amount of time in Sumeru. However, this policy was recently changed, and now all travelers are issued one upon arrival. Here are your Akasha terminals. Please handle them with care.
It kinda looks like a leaf.
To activate it, simply hold it in your hand and say the following phrase to yourself. May the mighty God bless us with their voice of wisdom.
Oh, since this little doodad lets you access knowledge, maybe we can use it to find a way to meet Lesser Lord Kusanali. Let's give it a try. Ahem. May the mighty God bless us with their voice of wisdom. Whoa! Just now, something clicked, and Paimon suddenly knew how to use this thing. It seems all we need to do is concentrate on what we want to know, and bam! You get it. Oh, that'll come in real handy.
Exactly. That is the power of the Akasha. And with that, let me officially welcome you both to Sumeru City. May the wisdom of the Dendro Archon always be your guide.
Okay, now that we're in, we can check the Akasha about Lesser Lord Kusanali. Let Paimon try. 500 years ago, the sages found a newly born deity from within some scorched ruins. The deity now resides in the sanctuary of Suristana. Seems pretty similar to what Kali was telling us. Okay, next, let's concentrate on asking how to meet her. Paimon doesn't sense anything. Oh, come on! Ugh. Focusing on this question feels like when you have something you're trying to remember and it's on the tip of your tongue, but you just can't think of it. Ugh, Paimon's brain is exhausted. Oh, smart idea. But what are you going to ask it? Uh-oh. Paimon's getting all teary-eyed all of a sudden. It feels like the people of Sumeru really missed their Archon. You too? Well, glad it's not just Paimon. Huh. Could it be because we're Outlanders and we've only just arrived in Sumeru? You know, maybe we're not qualified to receive an answer to this sort of question or something. Well, seems no matter which way we try, we can't find anything that'll lead us to Lesser Lord Kusanali. Guess our only choice now is to try meeting with the researcher that Tainari recommended. He's from Sumeru and even has a position in the Academia. Maybe he'll be able to access more info from the Akasha. Let's see. Tainari wrote an address on the letter's envelope. Oh, it's not far from the city's gate. Let's head over and have a look. Hopefully he's at home.
How can my own brother say something like that? All the cumbersome tests again. Watch out for pickpockets. Brother, say something like that about me. It's plain hurtful.
A reward on the road.
Watch out for pickpockets.
Hello, are you Rohawi?
Yes, that's me. Can I help you?
Great! You see, Tainari sent us here and...
What? Tainari? Please, there's no need to say anything, really. Sure, I admit that the article I published last month wasn't my best work, and maybe the data didn't produce the most convincing results, but...
Here! This is a letter from Tainari!
Oh, let me see... Oh! Ooh, what a relief. You two nearly scared the life out of me. So, you two just have some questions for me? Seems even Tainari acknowledges my innate ability for procuring information. So, what is it you two would like to know?
We want to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanali. Do you know a way we can do that?
You mean you want to meet the Dendro Archon herself? This isn't exactly my area of expertise, but let me see what I can find in the Akasha. Sorry, the Akasha didn't respond to my query.
What? You too? But what about your abilities for getting information and all that? Paimon was sure you'd be able to access more info than we did.
Well, as I said, this isn't my area of expertise. I am but a lowly researcher, so the Akasha doesn't see a need for me to know more about the Dendro Archon. All I know is that ever since Lesser Lord Kusanali returned to Sumeru, she's never left the Sanctuary of Surasthana or made a public appearance.
Huh. Didn't expect her to be such a mysterious figure.
The Dendro Archon is somewhat of a recluse. Perhaps she just doesn't want to entertain visitors, which would explain the lack of information in the Akasha.
Aw, but then what can we do?
No need to worry just yet. I'm only hypothesizing here. You could certainly try asking around and see if anyone else has ideas. And besides, you two should consider the bright side of things. Not being able to see Lesser Lord Kusanali may not be a bad thing. In this world, there will always be information you cannot obtain from the Akasha and things you can never accomplish. Knowing when to yield is a form of wisdom. Take me, for example. It's a miracle if my brain cells can spit out one paper every 3 years. But Tainari? That guy can publish 3 papers in just a single year.
Okay. Thanks for your advice.
Don't mention it. If you two ever want information about things like who's been promoted within the academia or relations between the 6 great sages, come find me. Hey, come on! This is a survival skill at the academia.
Oh, Paimon's expectations were pretty low, but this is so low it's like digging holes in the dirt. So what do we do now? Even if we want to talk to someone, we don't know anybody here. Huh? Like who? Oh, you're right! Catherine! The Adventurers Guild has its own intel network. Let's hurry and find her.
And all the cumbersome tests again.
Marut, you must resist the power.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Hello, Traveler and Paimon.
Catherine, we need your help with something.
Understood. The Adventurers Guild is always ready to serve you. With what do you require assistance?
We want to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanali. Do you know a way we can do that?
You two wish to meet with Sumeru's Archon. Understood. Please wait. I apologize, but I am unable to call up any relevant information in the Akasha. I'm also unable to locate any pertinent information in my personal memory.
Aww, another dead end. Well, if Catherine can't help us, then we really don't know anyone else to ask now.
Please do not worry. I may know of someone who can help you two. In Sumeru, the Adventurers Guild does not serve as the vanguard of information. Rather, there are numerous active mercenary groups collectively known as the Eremites. They take on various contracts and work all across Sumeru, so they naturally accrue intelligence. An Eremite brigade called the Corps of 30 is in charge of Sumeru City's defenses. Not only are they the oldest brigade, but they are responsible for managing and coordinating the affairs of all other mercenary brigades.
Corps of 30? What a weird name.
Supposedly, they are named as such because their ranks numbered 30 at their inception. Asphont, an advisor with the Corps of 30, maintains good relations with the Adventurers Guild. Though he's already retired, he and his words carry great weight within mercenary circles. If you'd like to get in contact with him, you can find him at the Corps of 30's headquarters, the Citadel of Rexar. You're welcome. I wish you two the best of luck. We look forward to your exploits in Sumeru.
Alright, off to the Citadel of Razor we go!
Old folks just don't get it.
This new shipment of items, they're all so ridiculously overdesigned.
Welcome. The Adventurers Guild told me to expect you two.
It's nice to meet you, Osvand. We'd like to ask you about something.
I see. So, Catherine's the one who sent you this way. Ha! It's true that the Eremites' network is vast, but even I can't help you meet the Dendro Archon.
Wait, seriously? That's it?
Afraid so. The Eremites aren't terribly religious, so we don't know much about divinities. As far as the Akasha goes, we can access even less than you. We originally came from the desert. The gods there died off long ago. Since those days, we've used our own two hands to carve out a living. We don't beg gods for their aid. It isn't just us, though. If you ask me, I think most in Sumeru aren't interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Oh? Why's that?
Just take the Academia, for example. They're the ones who truly rule Sumeru. Although they believe in gods, most of them only care for the late Greater Lord Rugurdevada. In their eyes, she was the one who founded Sumeru and gifted us with the Akasha. Lesser Lord Kusanali just happened to inherit her legacy. Because of the Academia's influence, most citizens are more familiar with Greater Lord Rugurdevada and hold her in greater esteem. Not to mention that Lesser Lord Kusanali never makes an appearance, and the Academia never announces anything about her. As far as the people of Sumeru are concerned, she's just a god that exists. And that's all.
Really? Aw. After hearing all of that, feels bad for Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Ha! But who knows? We're all just guessing when it comes down to it. Besides, I'm sure the God of Wisdom doesn't worry about her reputation among people like us.
All right. Well, thanks for the info, Osfond.
No problem. Always happy to help out the Adventurers Guild.
Seems Osfond was right about most people's attitudes here. Not only are they not interested in the Dendro Archon, they even say stuff like, if the Akasha doesn't think I should know, then I don't need to know about it. We've been asking for information non-stop ever since we got to Sumeru. But the harder we try, the more helpless everything seems. Isn't there at least one person in this entire city who cares about Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Oh, you two are interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Huh? Who are you?
From the sound of it, you two are Outlanders who recently arrived here. You've been asking around for information on Lesser Lord Kusanali, right? Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Dunyarzad, one of Lesser Lord Kusanali's faithful followers.
Whoa, really? Then do you know how we can meet with her?
I'm afraid I can't help you with that. But your conversation earlier did happen to remind me of a legend about the Dendro Archon. Sure. It goes like this. Long, long ago, there was a man who heard a prophecy. It predicted that a great calamity was about to befall him. Panicked by what he heard, the man sought out the Dendro Archon in hopes that she would bless him with the wisdom to help him escape his predicament. The man journeyed across deserts and through rainforests and experienced tribulations of every kind. However, he still couldn't find any trace of the Dendro Archon. In despair, he thought, alas, the Archon has abandoned me. He then had no choice but to sorrowfully resign to his fate.
Okay, and then what happened?
And then, the calamity came. But to his own surprise, the man felt somehow emboldened by the trials of his journey. By relying on his own strength, he managed to overcome the adversity. At that moment, a bird perched upon his shoulder. This bird was, in fact, an avatar of the Dendro Archon. She said, "O Archon Seeker, do you now understand? She and her wisdom have long been found by you. Along your journey, we were in every flower and blade of grass, every ray of sparkling sun, and every breath of dancing wind. So long as you continue to think and ponder, we'll be wherever you go."
What an amazing story.
Yeah, thanks for the story. Paimon feels all warm and fuzzy inside after that.
In a way. It seems like this story is also one of the Dendro Archon's avatars.
Dunyarzad, since you worship Lesser Lord Kusanali, can you tell us anything else about her?
Of course. So did you two know that, I'm terribly sorry, but it seems something's come up now. Let's chat another day.
Hey, wait! What the heck just happened?
I think it has something to do with those people over there.
It looks like they're searching for someone. Dunyarzad was acting super nervous just now. You think they're looking for her?
Probably.
This stinks! We finally managed to find a lead about Lesser Lord Kusanali! We can't let them get in the way now!
I agree.
Let's see if we can get rid of them. Then we can catch up with Dunyarzad.
Hey, have you two seen a brown-haired girl wearing a purple top and a long blue dress? We're looking for her.
Did she have bandages wrapped around her wrists?
Yes, that's her. Did you see which direction she went?
Yeah, she went that way.
Quick, after her!
should keep him busy for a while. Let's hurry and find Dunyarzad. Dunyarzad, we thought you might have been long gone by now.
Oh, it's you two. Oh, you startled me there.
You can relax now. We threw those people looking for you off the trail.
Really? Thank you so much. Unfortunately, I believe there's still more of them out there looking for me. Uh-oh, looks like there are some coming this way.
Huh? More of them? Then what are we standing here for? Run!
No, wait, my body isn't in the best shape. It's difficult for me to run.
How about we find someplace to hide?
Okay, sounds good. There's a tavern on the other side of the port we can go to. They probably wouldn't expect me to hide in a place like that.
All right, let's move out. Stay behind us. We'll keep an eye out for anyone
looking for you. Arranca, Tolentino.
We made it. Oh, they shouldn't be able to find us now. Wait, stand down, Dia.
La cara de Paimon.
My lady, who are these two?
They're travelers that I met on the street just a moment ago. They happened to notice that you were all searching for me, so they helped me hide.
I see. In that case, you two should scram. There's nothing here for you.
Wait a sec! Who the heck are you? And why are you shooing us away?
I'm Miss Dunyarzad's bodyguard, here to see that she returns home safe and sound.
Okay.
My lady, let's get going. You've been gone for so long that your parents are worrying themselves sick.
Interesante.
And if I refuse to go with you?
It'd be easier for the both of us if you cooperated. But if you insist on not going, then I'll have to carry you like a sack of potatoes.
Hey! Dunyarzad already said she doesn't want to go back. Why are you still pushing her?
Stay out of this. You don't understand the situation. Sorry, my lady. Even though I'm your bodyguard, your parents are my employers. I have to answer to them.
Ok, por si acaso, ella tiene una visión de fuego. Lo tiene en la cintura.
How much?
Wait, what?
How much Mora do I have to pay you to become your employer? So you never listen to my parents ever again. Double? A triple? Give me some time and I'll get that much.
My lady, this isn't about Mora. I don't know what you think of us Eremites, but let me say this. I like Mora, but I'll never go against my principles. That's why I'm here looking for you. Sure, it's an order from my employer, but my conscience was also telling me it's the right thing to do. And knowing your health, carelessly running around like this is gonna hurt ya. For the sake of those who love you, don't be stubborn.
No, you're wrong. I'm aware of my limits, and I know what I'm doing. Honestly, the only people being stubborn right now are my parents. And they know perfectly well that it makes no difference if I'm at home or not. They still won't accept reality. And every time I bring this up, they just change the subject. Dia, you've been living with us a long time already. This should be old news to you. Dia, I know it hasn't been easy for Mother and Father, and I'm grateful for everything they've done for me. But there's someone else in this world I'm also grateful to, because she saved me. The love I have for her is the same I have for my parents. This is my life and my last chance. So I want to do something meaningful.
My lady, are you sure what you're doing now is meaningful?
Yes, I'm sure. At least, it is to me.
Fine, I won't ask you to return home anymore. But let me make something very clear. I'm only doing this because I respect your determination, not because I agree with you.
Thank you, Dia. Sorry for being so rude just now. My nerves were acting up. And I even brought up your payment in such an offensive way.
Don't worry about it, my lady. I did say that I like Mora. Besides, that's our next topic of conversation. Today's little excursion caused such a ruckus that every single bodyguard at the estate was deployed. It wouldn't be easy to hide things from your old man. Since this definitely won't be your last escapade, here's a little tip. You should at least make it look like your room and things are still in order when you leave. Also, you'll need someone to cover you for when you're out and about. So, I'll let you hire me, my lady. This way, everyone wins. As for the pay, let's say half of what your father pays me. We can settle the bill when we return to the estate.
Okay, deal.
Yay! Looks like they've reached an understanding.
Don Yarsat, are you alright?
I'm fine, really. I just feel a little tired now that things have calmed down.
My lady, stop trying to look tough. We're already in a tavern, so let's rest up and grab some grub.
I'm sorry for worrying you two. If you don't mind, I'd like for you to join us.
Sure! After you rest up, we want to hear more about Lesser Lord Kusanali.
¿Qué hay por aquí? Ah, lo dejaron comprar.
Ha! Well, if it isn't Dia. Haven't seen you in nearly half a year. Word on the street is that you're a bodyguard for the Homayani family now. Ha! Don't you find that kind of work boring?
Nah, you get used to it. How about a menu over here?
You got it. Huh? Isn't this little Miss Homayani herself? We don't get to serve personages like you very often. We'll be sure to prepare our very best.
Thank you, sir, but there's no need. I don't have a lot of Mora on me, and I really ought to save as much as I can. But please bring these two the best food you have. They're my new friends, so I want to be a good host for them.
No need to break the bank. We'll eat whatever you order. Don't worry about it. We'll pay for our own food.
Wait, we're paying for ourselves now? Aw, Paimon kinda wanted to try something fancy, but we aren't exactly loaded. Guess Paimon will settle for something ordinary.
Esta Paimon que va a aprovechar.
How about our coconut charcoal cakes? They're our signature snack, and they run cheap. Look, other customers over there are eating some now.
Yo vi un rap bastante chévere.
They look Paimon will pass.
Hi, Chow. Picky Paimon. Now that's the first. But you have cooked slime before.
What do you have against my slime dishes? Dunyarzad, we asked a lot of people when we first arrived, and almost nobody was interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali. So, what made you want to follow her?
Well, remember when you asked me if I knew how to meet the Dendro Archon? Even though I don't know how, I think I've actually seen her before.
Huh? Really?
Yes, it was when I was a child. At the time, my illness had kept me bedridden for the better part of a year. I was stuck inside and couldn't make any friends, and my parents did their best to find treatments for me. But even then, the Akasha didn't have any helpful information. My younger self no longer had any hopes or dreams. One flare-up was so bad that I was in a semi-conscious state for several days. Then one night, I woke up alone in my room. I was terrified. My body was paralyzed. Even if I cried, there was no sound. At that moment, an ethereal voice spoke in my mind. Dunyarzad, don't be scared. You don't have to cry.
Dunyarzad, don't be scared. You don't have to cry.
Who are you? How do you know my name?
How do I explain this? You might not be able to understand, but actually, I know everything about you.
Really?
Of course. I know that you're scared of thunder, that you hate taking medicine every morning, and that you love counting the petals on your mom's skirt.
Wow, you really do know everything.
Dunyarzad, is there anything you want?
Want? Not really. I can't go anywhere or do anything.
Huh? But aren't you a child? All children have wishes. Tell me what you want, and maybe I can make it happen.
Then, can you make my illness go away?
Oh. I'm sorry. But I'm not powerful enough to do that right now.
Then, can you be my friend?
After that, the voice said, "Okay, I'll be your friend." Although my body was suffering during those days, that voice encouraged me and told me many wondrous things. Beyond my window was the flourishing Sumeru city. Beyond the city was a lush rainforest. And beyond that was the wall of Samiel, deserts, and all of Tevat. Once I finally made it through that bout of illness, I couldn't hear that voice anymore. I told my mother about it, but she said that I must have been dreaming. But I know that that voice wasn't a figment of my imagination. Before that, I had never heard of Tevat. Yes, for sure. If it weren't for that voice, I would have never grown curious about the outside world, nor would I have learned how to read and enjoy so many books. That voice sparked a desire for wisdom. It had to have been the Dendro Archon. I've been hoping for a chance to repay her kindness. In fact, I was running around today to help prepare the Sub-Zerus festival for her.
What's the Sub-Zerus festival?
It's Lesser Lord Kusanali's birthday, which was the day that she was found by the sages. It's actually an old holiday that originally celebrated Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's birthday. When she passed away, the holiday eventually became a celebration of the Lesser Lord's birthday. I heard everyone was overjoyed when they welcomed her back to Sumeru. In those days, the festival was a huge deal. But because of the Academia's influence, people have gradually lost interest in the festival. The Academia actively participates in Sumeru's many holidays dedicated to Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. But when it comes to the Sub-Zerus festival, forget any funding. They practically act like it doesn't exist. Maybe they see Lesser Lord Kusanali's birth as confirmation of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's death, so they're reluctant to celebrate it.
Aww, but that's awful.
It is. It's absolutely terrible. Sure, the Greater Lord founded Sumeru, but hasn't Lesser Lord Kusanali been the one quietly protecting us for the past few hundred years?
Just remember that we're still out in public. Don't get too carried away now.
I know that people over by the Grand Bazaar still hold the Sub-Zero's festival to this day. But I hadn't met any of them before, so I was never able to contribute. But recently, I made a friend there who also follows Lesser Lord Kusanali. I gave her my savings because I want her to throw a wonderful festival this year. That's the least I could do for Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Hold on, my lady. Does this friend happen to be Nilu, the one who sends flowers to the estate?
Yes, that's her.
I saw her leaving the other day with a nervous look on her face. It seemed like she was hiding something in her arms. Did you give her something?
Yes. Initially, I didn't have much Mora prepared, so I had Nilu sell one of my skirts. I've agreed with Nilu to meet up at the Grand Bazaar today, and see how things are coming along. Dia, would you accompany me?
Sure. That's quite the trip, though. I'll carry you.
No, that would be too much, even for you.
You might as well just accept the lift. If I let you walk, who knows how long it'll take us. And if anything happens to you, then I'd really never hear the end of it from your father.
Can we also come along?
But of course. Nilu will be thrilled to hear there are more people interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali.
You just can't beat the atmosphere here.
Sorry I'm late, Nilu.
Oh, Dunyarzad. It was taking you so long that I assumed you got trapped at home, but you made it in the end. Uh-oh. But if Dia's here, that means you got caught, right?
You could say that, but everything worked out. She's on our side now.
Not completely.
Oh. And who are these two?
Oh, meet the Traveler and Paimon, my two newest friends. They're visitors who just arrived at Sumeru City and are looking for information on Lesser Lord Kusanali.
So you're followers from another land?
So, you're a follower from another land? Yep.
That's wonderful. You two absolutely mustn't miss the Sub-Zerus festival. By the way, Dunyarzad, we've already started decorating the Grand Bazaar. It looks spectacular, thanks to your generous contribution.
You're very welcome. It's the only thing I could do. Do you still have enough Mora?
Probably? But don't sweat it. We've already finished renovating the stage. Come on, I'll show you.
In my opinion, Shoots is the best stall in the whole bazaar.
Wow! This place is amazing!
Not bad. Last time I was here, the stairs were full of holes.
The stairs were nothing. A little while ago, we discovered that the tree above the stage had a huge chunk of bark ready to fall off. Mr. Zubair was worried sick. We reported it to the academia many times, but they never sent anyone to deal with it. We didn't want anything bad happening, so we were going to cancel all the stage performances.
Oh, probably because it was the theater asking.
The academia looks down on performers like us. They probably think it would be best if the theater closed down completely. We can't let that happen, though. Not only would everyone involved in the theater go hungry, but then we wouldn't be able to hold the Sub-Zero's festival anymore. Thank the Dendro Archon for Dunyarzad. With the Mora she gave us, we hired someone to patch up the tree, and we also gave the stage a much-needed makeover. The stage is going to be even prettier when it's festival time. I can't wait for you to see it.
And I can't wait to see you on the stage. You've been practicing so long already. It's almost time for your dream to become reality.
It's our dream. I'll do my best for the two of us.
Nilu, what are you gonna be doing at the festival?
She'll be dancing the dance of Sub-Zeros, the most important performance at the Sub-Zeros festival.
Dunyarzad, have you told them the origin of this holiday?
I only told them about the Greater Lord and Lesser Lord so far.
Okay, then I'll tell you two about how this holiday came to be. According to legend, the Sub-Zeros festival was originally the Goddess of Flowers' birthday celebration for the Greater Lord. A long, long time ago, on one of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's birthdays, her friends threw her a celebratory banquet. Some of the gods got drunk. One started playing music, and the Greater Lord started singing, so the Goddess of Flowers began to dance. As she danced upon the grass, countless beautiful parisaras began to bloom wherever she stepped. Those brilliant purple flowers became her dazzling stage. All the gods clamored, "Oh, if only time could stop at this very moment."
Those brilliant purple flowers became her dazzling stage. All the gods clamored, oh, if only time could stop it every moment. Sounds like they had a great time.
Of course they did. When people mention the gods, they always think of the Archon War. But Sumeru's gods also had happy times. Although they aren't around anymore, they're preserved in our tradition of dance. This outfit I'm wearing is apparently based on how the goddess of flowers looked. Though we're just tiny people compared to the divine, we still have to do our best to make sure that the birthday girl feels loved on her special day.
Nilu, you of all people will definitely be able to convey our well wishes to the Dendro Archon. I also noticed that you went the extra mile and scattered Padisaras around the stage.
They symbolize the goddess of flowers, after all. It's just a shame that all the real Padisaras went extinct after her death.
Yeah. The Greater Lord brought forth Padisaras in memory of the goddess of flowers, but she ultimately could never truly replicate that beautiful purple.
Thinking about the goddess of flowers dance makes me wish I could have seen it. If my stage were anything like that, I'd be thrilled if I had just 2 real Padisaras on the stage. So, Traveler and Paimon, what do you think? Interested in the Sabzeruz festival? Will you two be coming?
All of Lesser Lord Kusanali's followers will be there for her birthday. It'll be a good opportunity for you to learn more about her.
Ooh, Paimon thinks that's a great idea! Hey, come on! There's nothing wrong with enjoying a festival. Besides, it's Lesser Lord Kusanali's birthday! She'll be happy to have more people who are celebrating it.
So how about we all attend the Sabzeruz festival together?
Junior Zod, let me show you which
like a
stage
plan.
decorations we've picked out so far. Traveler and Paimon, if that doesn't sound interesting to you, then feel free to explore the area. Everyone at the Grand Bazaar loves Lesser Lord Kusanali, and we're all looking forward to the Sabzeruz festival.
In that case, we'll take a look around.
Es correcto. Vamos a dar la vueltita, viene. Good night, my child. Almost. A hablar con todo el mundo ahora.
Huh. Revamping the stage for the festival couldn't have been easy, that's for sure. I bet this year's festival will be one to remember. I don't know much about the Grand Bazaar, but I do know that the residents here have a penchant for song and dance. 2 things that the academia doesn't particularly approve of. Oh, and the perfume sold around here is a lot better than what you'll find elsewhere. The fragrances are longer lasting and they're gentler on your skin and... I mean, that's what I've heard at least.
Se fue en el viaje del tema. Farhad. Hombre más raro, Farhad.
Things are really shaping up, and there's a buzz around the festival this year. We're expecting people from all over to come by this year and buy things during the festivities. Don't be fooled into thinking that Sumeru City has the best of everything. Some festival snacks are only offered here in the Grand Bazaar. And when it comes to musicians, dancers, or singers, the Grand Bazaar's got the best of the best. Sure, those folks at the Academia might not like it, but what's a festival without song and dance?
I agree. Estoy de acuerdo con él. Pero fíjate, mira, echándole un vistazo, se parece un poquito al príncipe como tal de Beauty and the Beast. Tiene un parecidito. Notice board. Recent performance schedule, regular performance. ¿Tienes 2042? Yes, sir. Tengo 2042. Eso es así. Lo tengo, pero hace tiempito que no lo he jugado. ¿Has estado jugándolo? Vamos aquí a donde las doñis. Shrimati. Aquí en Sumeru hay par de gente con unos nombres más raros. Updated? Nah, tendría que darle download. I would need to download and install. No lo tengo ahora mismo.
Ah, dancing at the Sabzeruz festival. You know, I also danced when I was younger. As
Viejita
a
ya, señora.
child, I even asked my grandmother why we performed the dance for the Lesser Lord when it was originally done to honor the Greater Lord. My grandmother said that Greater Lord Rukkhadevata is a beloved deity and honored by all. And Lesser Lord Kusanali is too. If the goddess of flowers ever knew Lesser Lord Kusanali, then she would certainly have wished to be her friend and hold celebrations for her too. The Sumeru's festival has been losing its appeal over the years. That is, until a wealthy benefactor stepped in this year and brought the festival back to life. I heard she forked out a lot of mora to make it all happen.
La muchacha. Falta la niña y ella arriba la que tengo que hablar. Un mercenario. ¿Lo has estado jugando? ¿Has estado usando la computadora? ¿Has estado usando PlayStation? ¿En qué estás jugando 2042? Kumari.
Whoa! What's with your yellow hair? And why do your clothes look so funny? Are you an Outlander?
What do you think?
Did you know that the Sabzeruz festival is about to happen? There'll be loads of fun things to do at the festival. But the best part is when Ferris, the Knight of Flowers, passes out candy to everyone.
Nice. Una PC. Yo he estado pensando en comprarme una PC también. Yo creo que dejaré el Play 5 para cuando venga Kingdom Hearts 4. Me compro una PC. Me pongo a jugar este juego desde la PC. Creo que este juego se va a ver smoother allá. Y 2042 se debe ver mucho mejor en una PC que en un PlayStation. So, definitivamente lo volvería, lo compro allá. No tendría más break. Vi que hicieron un update con varios mapas nuevos. So, that's nice.
Milu, your outfit looks amazing. There's also something different about you from when we first met up.
I thought I'd add a little extra pizzazz to my dress for the festival. See?
Wow, did you sew all that yourself?
By the way, ¿se escuchan los grillos y los coquíes mientras tengo el micrófono prendido o no se escucha el outside noise? Ya casi no uso el PlayStation 5. Ok. Yo creo el Play 5, pero I'll wait for it. I'll wait for Kingdom Hearts 5. Aunque tengo un par de juegos que me gustaría jugar en el PlayStation 5 como tal, pero I can wait. Pero pues, si no estás usando mucho, chipealo para PR, por favor.
Uh-huh. Sewing is a fundamental skill for everyone in the theater company because we make all our own costumes. Did you know that Mr. Zubair not only can make costumes, but props too? I've noticed that you can't keep your eyes off that crown over there. Would you like to try it on?
Okay.
May I?
Of course. The legends say that the goddess of flowers had beautiful horns on her head, so this crown was made to reflect that. Dunyarzad, you look absolutely stunning with it on. It's like I'm looking at the goddess of flowers herself.
Hey! Is that who Paimon thinks it is? It looks like Catherine.
Catherine, ¿verdad? La del Avenger Guild. Normalmente no sale de su esquinita.
Huh. Come to think of it, Paimon's only ever seen her behind the counter at the Adventurers Guild. This is the first time we've ever seen her taking a break.
Totally agree with Paimon on that.
Hey, Catherine!
A veces se cogen a pecho la parte de hablar mucho y que la gente interactúe mucho. La historia está buena, pero habla demasiado aquí en Sumeru. A little bit too much. Y poquita acción en medio de mucho bla bla bla.
Huh? Oh, hey! It's the Traveler and Paimon! What's shaken?
What's shaken?
Whoa! Break time Catherine sure sounds a lot less formal than usual. Paimon was still waiting for her to say Ad Astra Abyssosque.
Sure. Standing behind the counter at the Adventurers Guild doesn't require any complicated functions. But saying and doing the same old things over and over again can get pretty monotonous. Like watching the same Fontaine movie day after day.
Ok, ya sabemos que Fontaine hace películas.
But take you two, for example. You travel across Teyvat to enrich your lives and gain new experiences.
Well, we enjoy traveling across Teyvat and all that, but we're mainly looking for clues about his sister.
Yes, you should keep searching. Sometimes the answers we're looking for aren't necessarily at our intended destination. Instead, they're found along the way.
Yeah, that's the story.
Huh. Haven't we heard someone say something pretty similar recently? Anyways, what brings you out here, Catherine?
Are you also a fan of the Zabzeruz Festival?
No, not particularly.
¿Cómo le
I guess you
someto
could say that I'm loving the
al
recent
slang
atmosphere
aquí?
here. If festivals bring happiness to everyone, then that's where their true value lies. Oh, it looks like it's about time for me to be heading back now.
Alright, we'll see you next time at the Adventurers Guild. Oh, by the way, thanks for connecting us with the Eremites. We've already made some great friends in Sumeru City thanks to you.
I'm sure you two will get along well with the people here. You've already been blessed by the element of Dendro after all. See you around.
El elemento de Dendro es el más chippy hasta el momento.
There's something really different about Catherine today.
Completamente de acuerdo contigo, Paimon.
Hey, Traveler. Paimon.
Oh, hey, Dia. What's going on?
I've got something to tell ya. My lady knows you're looking for ways to meet Lesser Lord Kusanali, and she's been trying to come up with a way to help you. Well, I have an idea that might help.
Are you serious? We'd love that.
It might not necessarily pan out, so don't get your hopes up too much. I'll need to take you two somewhere and ask someone some questions.
What about doing your set?
My lady is feeling a little worn out at the moment. Nilu's found a place for her to rest. After I take my lady home, let's meet in front of the Citadel of Regzar.
Sounds like a plan. Let's head over to the Citadel of Regzar and wait for Dia.
Virás en un corre. ¿Por qué no hay algo más que comprar? Researcher, por ahí vi algo. Tesoro aquí. Y eso es así.
A reward on the road.
Blanket shop owner.
I'm super awesome.
Estaba yo escuchando ahorita de esto de blankets. And you are, I'm just one of the best woolly blanket sellers in the best blanket seller. Okay. But toys, jewelry, kitchenwares. But perhaps not books. This is Sumeru after all. Not books? Yup, no books. I'm a law-abiding citizen, so even if smuggling knowledge could make me rich, I still would not touch it with a 10-foot paw up a beam. After all, you can't keep making money when you're pushing up daisies. Besides, making money is easy. Even with half my talent, you should still be able to make as much as the Homayanis. If the Academia could have made an argument to get me to enroll that was half as convincing as my own sales pitch, I would not have turned them down on the spot back then. Dude, you're a little girl. Seguimos. By the way, ¿has jugado aunque sea un poco tú este juego o casi nada? O nada. Si no lo has jugado, deberías de ponerte a jugarlo para tener un partner. Para cuando me vaya a meter en peleas de dominios bien difíciles y cosas así. Está para PC, lo puedes jugar desde la PC. Y esto tiene crossplay también, que te puedes unir a mí. Ahora, you're gonna be busy, porque ahora mismo este es el cuarto, esta es la cuarta parte del mapa que abren. So, let me show you the map quick. So yo estoy en Sumeru City, right there, this beautiful city here, amongst those roots and all that stuff. So voy a darle zoom out because it's huge. So, yeah, nosotros estamos en esta área nueva de los forests que está aquí, que a todo este espacio se le conoce como el territorio de Sumeru. Esta parte del Chasm, esta parte de Minlin, Lisha, esta parte de números, de nombres medio chinos, aunque todos son como de nombres chinos, pero esta área de aquí pues es Liyue. Y esta es de la segunda parte. So, la primera parte de donde uno empieza es acá arriba. Far, far away. Yep. It's huge. Pero es lo que gusta de este juego, porque lo han ido actualizando. Uno empieza en esta esquinita de aquí. Y de ahí vas primero a la ciudad de Mondstadt. Corres toda esta parte de aquí. Luego te abren la montaña. Luego te abren Liyue, que es toda esta... Vas básicamente del norte a sur. Si te dejas llevar por la historia, entonces te abre acá al otro lado del océano. By the way, no te he especificado esto. Esta parte de Mondstadt es del God of Wind. Esta parte de Liyue es del God of Geo, of Rock. Cuando cruzas el océano, vienes a esta isla que la dueña básicamente es the God of Electro. Y aunque son islas, no te confíes. Because it is a lot, este archipiélago está bien ready. Honestamente, una de las mejores historias como tal del juego. De las mejores historias del juego como tal. Esta área de... dice la isla Narukami, pero esto es Inazuma City. una de las mejores partes de este juego. De las mejores. The God of Electro. Y no solamente se quedan con la parte superficial. Por ejemplo, cuando llega a Watatsumi Island, por ponerte un ejemplo, esto tú lo puedes, entre comillas, desbloquear o abrir, y tiene una zona subterránea. Al igual que esta parte del Liyue, el Chasm. Esto también tú lo desbloqueas y tiene una parte subterránea. Que para poder ir ahora mismo sin tener que llegar ahí, yo simplemente hundo el triángulo y están aquí. En Kanomiya, que es allá en Inazuma, y The Chasm Underground Mines, que pues obviamente es la parte subterránea de aquí, de donde estoy ahora mismo mirando. So, tienes Mondstadt, Liyue, Inazuma, Sumeru, que es donde estoy ahora, en Kanomiya, que es la parte subterránea de Inazuma, The Chasm, que es la parte subterránea de allí, y el pot, eso es algo tuyo propio. Esto tú lo puedes construir y montar a tu manera. This is just for you to have fun. So in quick summary, but it takes time. It takes time. But it's good because it has a lot. Nada de esto está marcado en tu mapa. Todas estas marquitas blancas soy yo poniendo cosas. Fíjate, dame a quitar esto. Delete. Delete. Estas cositas yo las marco donde hay rocas que yo quiero. Si hay una roca que yo necesito para algún personaje, pues I mark it. Porque hay materiales que tú necesitas para subirle nivel los personajes. So you can mark whatever you want to go. Yes. Yes, the map is huge. But that's at least eso es lo que me gusta a mí. At least eso es lo que a mí me gusta. Y tienes de todo, ¿sabes? You got a cube of wind to fight. You got a monster of ice to fight. You got a ice wolf. Tiene un par de cosas. You got, here's a ice cube. You get it? Ice cube, pun intended. Here's the electro cube. There are a lot of things to do around, all around, literally all around the place. This is the Pyro Regisvine. A Regisvine is kind of like a flower. So this is like a fire flower, basically. Yeah, not the best way to describe it, but it's hard. There's a lot. There's just a lot of stuff to do. And a mí me gusta mucho la historia en Inazuma. A mí me gusta mucho la historia de Inazuma, pero no es por nada, pero los visuales en Liyue, I don't know what they have. Hay unos visuales en Liyue que están bien ready. Y en Liyue está como tal el God of Geo es the oldest god en toda la en todo el juego. So it's actually the second god that you meet. And it's very interesting the story. La historia es pues, bien weird, pero está el área está bien chilling. Todo se trata de buscar la hermana, pero things go on another route. La historia está bien chilling. Y entonces, detalle importante, ¿verdad? Cuando empiezas aquí y llegas a esta estatua, obtienes el poder del viento. Luego, cuando vienes para el Liyue, obtienes el poder de roca. Cuando vas a Inazuma, obtienes el poder de electricidad. Y cuando llegas ahora a Sumeru, pues obtienes el poder de... Le dicen Dendro, pero es básicamente como del bosque. Que honestly, it seems to be the weakest. Pero I'm just starting. No ha aumentado mucho los talentos del personaje, so a lo mejor a medida que aumente los talentos del personaje con este poder, maybe se ponga más fuerte. Who knows?
Sorry, I'm late. It took some convincing for the master and mistress to believe that Miss Dunyarzad was only sitting in the port for a while because she was in a bad mood. Anyway, I guess I should be thanking you. I haven't seen Miss Dunyarzad that happy in a long time. If it wasn't for you two, she probably would have been caught and dragged back much earlier.
You sure sound a whole lot nicer than when we first met, Dia. Who would have thought you had such a soft spot for Dunyarzad?
It's called being a professional. I'm a bodyguard, and I work for whoever's paying.
Look, Dia's blushing.
Listen, you two. I don't expect to be working for Miss Dunyarzad very long, but I hope to finish things on a positive note if possible. Let's cut the chit-chat and head into the Citadel. We'll see if the person I know has a way for you two to meet with the Lesser Lord.
Por favor, por favor. Ya llevo jugando esto como 5 días y todavía es la hora que no lo veo.
Oh, hey, Chief.
Ha, Dia! What are you doing here? And well, didn't expect to see you three together.
I take it you all know each other already?
Mm-hmm. We met this morning after the Adventurers Guild pointed us to Ozfon for more info.
No kidding. Huh. So, where's Ruksha? I thought I'd help these two out by asking about the theft. Anything you can tell him?
Ruksha's gone over to the Academia. The Grand Sage recently ordered Sumeru City to begin bolstering its defenses, so people from all over have been called back to the city. Since you've already mentioned the theft, I suppose I might as well tell him what we know.
Appreciate it, Chief.
Theft? Sorry, what the heck are you guys talking about?
Just recently, the Academia lost something, and there's a chance the item is connected with the Dendro Archon. This case might just somehow help you in meeting her.
I suppose that's one way to look at it. But if you ask me, the case is more about the Academia than anything else. Let me fill you in. The Academia recently sent a convoy to pick up an important package from Aru village. Word got out, and the convoy was robbed on its way back. The Grand Sage took the whole matter very seriously. Not only did he dispatch the Matra, but also enlisted our help in the search for leads. All we know so far is that whatever was stolen is currently in Port Ormos.
You two have heard of Port Ormos, haven't you? It's the largest commercial port in all of Sumeru. You can travel there by leaving Sumeru City and heading south along the river. The Academia's grip isn't long enough to reach all the way to Port Ormos, so the city's a little more laid back, meaning the population's also a mixed bag. You never know who you'll meet there.
Apparently what was lost has a great deal to do with the Akasha, knowledge, and even the gods. I'm afraid I don't have any other details for you, though. If you're interested, maybe you could head to Port Ormos and ask around yourselves. If you want my advice, try introducing yourselves as students of the Academia once you're there.
Students of Academia.
Are you serious, Chief? All the Academia students are in Sumeru City, you know. Why should they pretend to be students in Port Ormos?
If you're also interested, just go there and see what happens.
Count me out. I've got plenty of work to do here for the Homayani family. And take it from me, if you two really do decide to visit Port Ormos, you'd best watch your backs. Let's just say that the Eremites there aren't nearly as friendly as those here in Sumeru City. There are even some extremists who go around shouting slogans like, "Retake Sumeru for the Scarlet King." Word is that more and more are joining their movement. They're becoming a real headache for Chief and the others.
You bet they are. The Scarlet King's been dead for thousands of years. Now they start spreading rumors of his return.
Not everyone's like you, Chief. Even the desert natives who abandoned their homes in the wilderness still wish to have a god of their own. Well, Traveler, that's about all the information we have for you.
Thanks, Dia! And you too, Osfond! Since we've gathered all we could for the moment in Sumeru City, let's head to Port Ormos and see what we can find next.
Directito al fuego, vamos.
Miss Dunyarzad is looking forward to seeing you both at the Sub-Zeru's festival, so be sure to get yourselves back here in time for that.
We won't forget.
Good. Then we'll see you both at the Sub-Zeru's festival.
¿Algo más que le voy a preguntar a esas personas?
It's been a while since I visited the Citadel of Regzar. I'll catch up with Chief for a bit before I head back myself. He really did a lot for me in the past. Remember, to get to Port Ormos, just follow the river south from Sumeru City's port. Just be sure to take care of yourselves out there. We'll meet again at the Sub-Zeru's festival.
You two must really be something if you've got Dia the Flame Mane speaking on your behalf. The Corps of 30 isn't officially overseen by the Academia, but because we're hired mercs, there's still lots of sensitive intel that I can't reveal to you. In the end, when it comes down to it, the city's safety is both the Corps and Academia's top priority. I've told you all I can about what was stolen from the Academia. As for why you should pretend to be students in Port Ormos, I'll leave that for you to find out yourself.
This is so hard to say, hey, well, it's because of this. Ah, mira lo que tenemos aquí, el triangulito. Greetings, welcome to the Citadel. Would you be interested in taking some commissions? Tell me about yourself. Liaison officer sent by the Academia. Zumba las comisiones, zumba. No te necesito tanto bla bla bla. O no me van a dejar. No me van a dejar todavía. So, usualmente a través de este triángulo es que uno puede obtener unas comisiones y ganar mejor standing en la ciudad. Eso aumenta tu popularidad en la ciudad también. Plus te regalan items. Ese Port Ormos está lejito. 1492 metros, o sea, por un chin chin no es 1500. Oh, ok, es allá abajo. Ya, rayos, está lejito. Puedo brincar como mucho hasta aquí. Después tengo que abrir estos otros puntos. Fíjate, puedo brincar aquí. Y aquí tengo para obtener un barco. Vamos a brincar aquí de una vez. Teleport. Eso es lo bueno de los puntos, que con los puntos tú puedes brincar. Unscrupulous dealings. No es ese robo. Fatui. Paimon wonders what they're talking. They must be doing it at the table.
Time for retribution. Let's move. You can't run.
Ouch.
Well, don't be a killjoy. We've only just begun.
Okay, vamos para acá.
As a good knight should.
This was well done. Where do you think you're going? You can't run. done.
Take flight. I must leave no stone unturned.
Don't be a killjoy. We've only just begun. Just like I went too far.
My apologies.
This was well done.
Take flight.
You need to hurry up.
Vamos a ver la que de arribita.
Scatter. You need to hurry up. This was well done.
Chápate.
You need to hurry up. Roast and fry. You need to hurry up.
Propagate.
This was well done.
Whirling snow.
An unfortunate fault.
Cogen damage con velocidad. Si tuviese uno de agua puesto, porque tengo un personaje de agua, pero si lo tuviese equipped, hubiese sido más fácil esa pelea. Vamos a ir para el lado de allá a buscar el otro punto que está un poco más cerca, para poder así hacer el transport más easy para una próxima vez. Ah, qué gente va a pelear a todo lo que da. Pero quiero este transport. Vamos a usar el barquito. No, el fighting style está a otro nivel. Fighting style es como que mega awesome. Es uno de los best aspects de este juego. Where is it? Up the mountain. Yo creo que no voy a poder prácticamente no usar ni el barquito este. Aún hacia arriba. Ah, perfecto. Aquí está esto para brincar. Ah, mira. Eso que está allí rojo es algo que se le conoce aquí como The Withering. Allí yo puedo ir a pelear también. Ya mismo cojo y voy para allí y peleo. Déjame primero coger el punto. Where is it? Eso se marcó en el mapa. Esa estrellita. Mira aquí. Esto es algo. Esa pelotita que cogí, Dendroculus. En todos los mapas lo hay. Aquí es Dendroculus. En Inazuma es Electroculus. En Liyue es Geoculus. Y en Mondstadt se llama Anemoculus. Porque eso tú se los ofreces a las estatuas de los respectivos dioses. Y te da más estamina, te da más cosas para el personaje. Al principio el personaje no duraba tanto escalando, no dura tanto corriendo. Y a medida que tú abres eso, pues a medida que tú le ofreces esas cositas que yo acabo de coger, pues aumenta la estamina, la duración de correr. It helps in how you transport yourself in the, cómo te mueves en el mapa, ¿verdad? Escalando, corriendo. Raya. Ah, mira, hay un tesoro grandecito ahí. Vamos por el tesoro. Sucker for treasure. Let's go. Vamos a darle una pela a esta gente.
You are not welcome here.
Embrace the ice. Take flight.
Siempre que alguien así bastante tough, es bueno echarle las manos para rápido. Ok, soltaron bastante items. Quédate tú solito, man. ¿Qué pasa? ¿Qué vas a hacer?
Whirling snow.
I'll be down.
¿Qué me falta? Ok, backup.
Take flight.
Propagate.
I'm getting sick of this game.
Estas de agua, qué red. Normalmente no hay tanto más que los fatuis. Aquí los mercenarios también tienen. Nice, qué buen challenge.
My apologies. Let's go.
I was wondering ya. Se prendió en fuego. Okay, so not everyone that you encounter in the wild has powers. Y qué nítido que esos tenían uno hielo y otro agua, so they could freeze me. That's awesome. Last energy block. ¿Qué fue lo otro? 2 energy blocks. The deceased, Dastur Sore. Multiple trauma wounds, lacerations, contusions on internal organs, hemorrhage. But the fatal injury is the wound on the throat. Fractured hiat bone. Okay. Unable to ascertain the cause of death. Un poquito todo, ¿no crees? Mira, aquí hay una... Otro Lost Energy Block. ¿Para qué yo voy a necesitar los Energy Blocks? No sé. Pero viendo esta mega pieza aquí, probablemente tiene que ver con el robot gigante que hay por un lado tirado. Una otra pieza ahora acá. Obligado tienen que ver con lo que con el robot. Where is it?
My apologies. I must leave no stone unturned.
Propagate.
A pesar de que yo no soy de los talentos, ese mini special hace 2000 de damage. Pum, 2000 de damage. Ese es sin subirlo de nivel. Aunque yo, fíjate, actually sí le subí de nivel un chico.
Take flight.
Mira, ese monstruito está en level 90 y todos mis personajes, los 4 están en level 90. Coge damage, coge cantazo como es.
I shall treasure this good fortune.
Nice treasure there. Rocks. White iron chunks. ¿Qué me dieron aquí? Ok, esto es un blueprint y esto es una receta. Yo sé que me estoy alejando del punto amarillo, pero... I'm traveling. ¿Qué tengo por aquí? Nada. Okay. Vamos para el punto amarillo ya. Cojo y busco mi barco. Ah, mira lo que hay ahí. I think I'm a bit too late. I ain't my boat. Boat, come over here. I think I'm gonna die si no llego a la orilla. Fish. Got it. Sí, si no llegaba a la orilla me moría. Where's the boat? Okay. Let's grab that. Ah, María, mírate eso. Eso es como... This giving me some Lord of the Ring vibes. Vamos a estacionarlo también. Sí, así. Esto no tienen que hacerlo, pero me estaciono y todo. ¿Dónde parqueaste el bote? Allí, en la esquinita aquella. Aquí estamos ya acercándonos. No creo que tenga que coger por aquí arribita. Fíjate, Ligüe también es un port, pero es más una ciudad más moderna. Esto aquí es Nature. ¿Qué es esto? Craven Innocence. Okay. In Port Ormuz, Sumeru, there is a shop named Akara Crafts. One can hear the many sighs of craftsmen within. Podemos checar eso después. Es uno de los personajes nuevos con Dendro. Por cierto, este personaje es de Dendro, es nuevo. Cada vez que ellos tiran personajes nuevos, tú los puedes probar. So, si te fijas, ahí está el botón de AX para try. Ya yo lo probé y obtuve esas cosas. No me encantó. Es de arco y flecha. No me encanta. Shang-Li, this is the god of Geo. Básicamente te estoy shoteando parte de la historia porque eventualmente si lo juegas lo irás a ver. Pero pues si no, pues... This is the God of Geo. Ya yo lo tengo para usarlo, lo que pasa es que no lo he usado últimamente. Otro personaje nuevo. Esta Diona. Yo la tengo, pero honestamente en la historia no recuerdo haberla visto a ella ni una vez. Probablemente es de Mondstadt. Y Fischl es de electricidad buena. La tengo casi completa. No la subido de nivel mucho, pero tengo casi todas sus constelaciones. Onward.
Come and have a good look yourself. Traditional spices of the highest quality, made with pride and experience.
You've got a deal. I can't thank you enough for always looking after my business.
Believe me, I'm not making this up. Several Eremite mercenary groups are nearly in open conflict, but does the core of 30 care? And that's not all. Did you know that...
Wow! Talk about hurly-burly! This place is busy! Guess that's only to be expected for the largest port in Sumeru. Maybe it's because of what Dia told us earlier, but Paimon can't seem to shake the feeling that there's also danger lurking in these crowds. Ooh. Let's get our bearings so we can start looking for leads. We know that whatever the Academia lost is related to the gods. But other than that, we don't have much else to go on. Osfun told us to try posing as Academia students while asking around. Paimon checked the Akasha on the way here, and the Academia doesn't seem to have any research facilities in Port Ormuz. Paimon doesn't get it. Won't we look even more suspicious going around saying we're Academia students and asking about the stolen item?
Figuring that out could be crucial for the rest of our investigation here.
Well, given all the people that come through here every day,
I
If
guess.
there's any information to be found, Paimon bets we could find it in the market. Let's ask around and see what we come up with.
Vamos a abrir rapidito ese punto rojo. Porque esto es un transport directamente aquí. I'm digging the music too. I'm digging the music too. Se siente un poquito como... Esto es como una canción estilo Aladino, pero en el monte, en vez del desierto. Elam.
Welcome. Welcome. How can I help you two?
Hi there. We would like to ask you a question. Do students from the Academia ever come to Port Ormos?
Of course. Especially around this time of year. Students from Sumeru City that are about to graduate often come to Port Ormos to cut loose a little. Many people often talk about how hard it is to get accepted into the Academia, let alone graduate. But those who finish their studies and go on to become full-time researchers at the Academia have it even harder. Sure, we may not be Sumeru City, but Port Ormos offers beautiful scenery and a stress-free environment. Some even say it's good luck to come to Port Ormos, so students and researchers come flocking here when things get to be too much at the Academia. Ah, you see over there? Those are students from the Academia. They've been looking worried and miserable ever since they got here a few days ago. If you ask me, the life of a merchant is better. So long as the Akasha teaches us what we need, then life is good.
Those students seem to be discussing something. Let's see if we can listen in.
Life is full of possibilities.
It's no good. I've tried asking around, but I haven't been able to learn anything useful. Not to mention that a bunch of scary-looking Eremite mercenaries have been posted along the streets now.
There's been a lot of fighting between the different Eremite factions in Port Ormos. If we choose to move on our own, then it would be wise to steer clear of them. Especially the group that's constantly shouting some stuff about the Scarlet King and some resurrection. I've even heard that the Citadel of Regzar is starting to get fed up with them. What was that group called again? Ein something or other?
They're called Ein El Akhmar. Today, I heard that the thing we're after might be in their possession at the moment.
Wait, come again?
Don't you see? Many of the Eremites in Port Ormos deal with trading this kind of thing. They're usually pretty wary of outsiders, but not so with students of the Academia. It's because the kind of goods that students are looking for aren't the kind of goods that Eremites are after. As long as they know you're a student, then deals can be made. I've heard that Ein al-Hakmar likes to set up shop at the Jafar Tavern. Supposedly, if you're willing to part with 500,000 Mora, they'll give you info on anything.
Wait, did you say 500,000? If information alone costs that much, then how could we ever afford to buy what we're looking for? I guess we might as well give up on trying to graduate this way.
I wouldn't worry too much. Our field of research is very niche. Who else could possibly be after that kind of shady knowledge? I bet it's practically worthless to anyone aside from us.
Well, I guess that makes sense. Then the only thing left for us now is to find a way in. Why don't we all just pool our money together and pay for the information?
Whoa! Did you hear that? A niche field of research and shady knowledge? It all sounds pretty suspicious to Paimon. Is knowledge something people just buy and sell like that?
Whatever was stolen from the Academia was also related to knowledge.
So, what's our plan?
Let's go to Jafar Tavern.
Wait! Didn't you hear what they just said? Buying information is going to cost us 500,000 Mora! Have you lost your mind?
Reliable information is worth the price.
All right. Paimon never thought she'd agree to parting with that kind to
Paimon es
Mora.
más dura.
But if you know what you're doing, then we should give it a shot.
Paimon, I got like 9 million Mora. I'm just gonna be giving 500,000. That's okay.
He will pay the price one day.
Y probablemente nos dé información falsa. Who knows? How did we even know that this place was over here? Look at this. This looks like a place where you get killed. Okay, hay más casas. Hay más casas. At least it's populated.
This is the place we heard those students talking about. Let's find a seat somewhere and see if we can spot the group they mentioned.
Oh, you've arrived. Please, take a seat.
So, they think that they can go toe-to-toe with the boss? Ha! Once we reclaim the power of the Scarlet King, they'll be the first that the boss punishes.
They're nothing to be afraid of. Our main rival now is the Caracal Battalion. They've also amassed a significant amount of Mora this time, so we mustn't underestimate them.
How can the Caracal Battalion compete with the boss when they're nothing but a bunch of money-grubbing opportunists out for a quick Mora?
Yeah, with Boss's fervent devotion, he'll be able to use this power to bring our god back this time.
Huh. All these guys talk about is the Scarlet King, so they're probably the ones we're looking for.
Greater Lord Ruka Devata. That traitor and her followers must not be spared. The day will come when the Scarlet King exacts vengeance on Sumeru, and all of them shall be punished.
What? What are they talking about?
Yeah, Paimon was wondering what they meant too. We should ask about that if we get the chance later.
Bien entrometido, vamos allá.
What's going on? How can there be Kairagi?
Huh? Who are you? What do you want? A student? What's a student from Sumeru City doing in Port Ormos?
I'm looking for info about a certain something.
Ah, well, if it's info you want, you've come to the right place. The question is, can you afford it?
150 Mora. Let's go low.
Huh? What is this, some kind of joke?
Oh! Sorry! He must have grabbed the wrong amount! Hey, what do you think you're doing?
Had him the 500.
Paimon can't stand to see so much more go. There's no other
Paimon nos
choice right
afrenta.
now.
Here, this is the merchant's address. Whatever you're looking for, you'll find it there. Hmm? Well, what are you waiting for?
I just have one more question.
Oh, that's right! We heard you mention the Scarlet King just now. We're actually interested to know more because we're, archaeology students!
Fine. Since you've already handed over the Mora, I guess I can throw in a little extra info. As you can see, members of Ain al-Ahmar are devout believers of the Scarlet King. Years ago, the Scarlet King founded the great desert nation that was our homeland.
Okay.
It was an advanced civilization, far beyond anything you'll see in present-day Sumeru. The Scarlet King was the rightful god of wisdom, but he was betrayed by a companion he trusted. She even stripped him of his title, God of Wisdom.
So, you mean the traitor was...
Greater Lord Ruka Devata, yes. That shameless wretch destroyed the Scarlet King's civilization, and our ancestors were forced to flee to this land where we were made to suffer the tyranny of our enemies. Furthermore, she conspired with the Academia to cover up the truth of her actions, and create the merciful and benevolent facade for which she is now known. Ugh, just thinking about it sickens me.
Eso no cuadra.
But the story doesn't end there, oh no. The Scarlet King isn't truly dead. The voice of the Oracle has been heard in the desert, prophesying his resurrection. Mark my words, our god shall return. And when that day comes, all followers of the traitor and all the desert dwellers who have forgotten their true god will suffer retribution together. If what I'm saying makes you shiver with fear, it might not be too late for you to become a believer of the Scarlet King.
Psych. Can you tell us more about the Oracle?
I don't have anything to say to you academia people about that. I think this conversation has reached its end.
Not just yet. This man is a fraud.
Huh?
You again? Deranged academia lunatic.
Yes, it's me again. I already warned you that if you weren't willing to sit and discuss things with me, I'd take measures to make things uncomfortable for you. Listen to me. That address he gave you is fake. Or at least, you won't find a merchant waiting for you there. This group has been boasting all around that they can provide information on a certain item as a means of luring people into their territory. Once you show up, they keep up the act until they have hard evidence that you want to purchase said item. Then they use that to squeeze you for all the mora you're worth.
Hey! Shut it all, Hatham! What are you playing at, trying to ruin our business like this, hmm?
I told you the other day. I wish to discuss my terms with your boss.
Ha! The boss made it perfectly clear that he won't negotiate with you.
Yes, and in no uncertain terms. But that was then. It does not preclude him from changing his mind in the future.
I'm warning you. Don't push us, or this could get ugly. We don't usually get rough with people from the academia because it just complicates things. For a lunatic like you, though, we might just have to make an exception.
If you're suggesting that we escalate this from a verbal exchange to a physical one, I accept. After all, even the Archons used war to negotiate the ownership of Teyvat. If, on the other hand, we can't agree on any means of negotiation at all, then I'm afraid my next course of action will sting a little more than the mere falling through of a few business deals. I will jeopardize the Eremite's reputation, which I know you value above all else. I am quite confident that if I began to take such action, your boss would willingly approach me himself. However, I fear that by then, some things will have happened that cannot be undone. Also, a word of advice. I suggest you tell your boss exactly what happened here today. Otherwise, he might blame you for not telling him in the future.
What did you say?
Consider this. Have I ever failed to follow through on my word in the past?
This guy is really out of his mind.
Okay then. If you really have a death wish, let's meet a week from today. The pier in front of the Pharos Lighthouse, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, sharp. Don't expect us to hold back.
Not so fast. First, you return the 500,000 mora to them.
No necesito, pero gracias.
Please, I beg you, don't provoke them. We can't afford any trouble with this crowd. They haven't even paid for their food yet.
Ah, Mr. Iman. There appears to be fewer staff in the restaurant recently. This wouldn't happen to be because they're all busy spreading the word to the students, would it?
Well...
Someone who chooses to do business with a group like that really can't afford to get so flustered the instant someone confronts them about it. Consider the meal compensation for our silence. I'd say you're getting an excellent deal.
Whoa, did you see that? He not only got us our Mora back, but sent the Amorites running too. Plus, he seems to know a lot about what's going on around here. Let's catch up with him and ask some questions. He went that way! After him!
Cool.
Wait up! It's Al-Hatham, right?
What do you want?
Thank you for your help back there.
No need for thanks. My goal was to get to them, and you two gave me just the opportunity I needed. We're even. Oh, I advise you to keep your distance from them. Since they weren't able to make off with your Mora in the end, they might harass you again in the future. All right. Goodbye.
Hold your horses! We still have something to ask you about! Since you tore through their scam right in front of them, you must know the real story about certain something, no?
Who exactly are you two? And why are you inquiring about that?
I'm a student from the academia.
A student? Right. Look, you should know that those thugs conducting business with you had nothing to do with your lie.
Perhaps we can also talk terms.
Huh? Oh, yeah! He's really strong. Weren't you saying something about a physical exchange? We can help with that.
He doesn't even have a vision. Forget it.
Maybe not, but he can still use elemental energy. Otherwise, there's no way we'd go asking for info from from guys like that. Those hot-headed thugs are definitely gonna bring a lot of backup for your next meeting. Even if you don't go alone, you won't regret taking us with you.
All right, I accept. Got a pen and paper? If you're searching for someone who sells that kind of merchandise, I'll give you one of their addresses, and you can try your luck. We'll reconvene at the appointed time by the pier. It doesn't matter if you show up or not.
So, since you were happy to give us this merchant's information, does that mean you can tell us exactly what we're after?
You were willing to part with 500,000 mora for something and you didn't even know what it was? Okay. Well, if you truly are as skilled as you claim, then you can beat the answer out of them when they become hostile.
Lo de nosotros es pelear y obtener información a la fuerza.
Look, if you've been making inquiries, then you have to know something by now. Tell me what you know so far, so I don't waste time repeating information.
We know it's connected to the academia somehow, and that not only do the Eremites deal in it, but some students want to get a hold of it too. What else?
It seems like some kind of knowledge.
You know almost everything there is to know, but you're unable to compile this information because you've never seen the object before.
Correcto.
This is what you've been looking for.
Huh? Paimon can't tell what it is. It looks like some kind of ornament.
This is a knowledge capsule. To put it simply, it's a vessel that can store a fixed quantity of canned knowledge. It's like a miniature Akasha.
Un pendrive.
Anyone who links it to their personal Akasha terminal instantly becomes privy to its contents.
Anyone?
Correct. Anyone. Unlike the Akasha, which heavily regulates who can access what information, knowledge capsules confer their contents without any requisites.
Knowledge capsule. Por favor. We call it pen drive in our place.
That's amazing.
It's essentially a convenient and harmless vestibule for knowledge. Unfortunately, it's illegal in Sumeru to privately possess or trade them. They were created as a means for scholars to transfer knowledge gained from Irminsul into the Akasha, and are intended to be destroyed immediately after use. But despite strict regulations, some of these knowledge capsules will always escape destruction. After all, there will always be those in this world who are dissatisfied with life as designed for them by the Akasha and wish to change their fate. Over the past century, a wide variety of canned knowledge has been leaked from the academia. Now, in Port Ormos, the valuable ones are a means to mora for the Eremites. Meanwhile, those which the Eremites deem to be useless to them occasionally prove useful to the common citizens and hapless academia students.
Tengo otra pregunta. ¿Para qué tienes una chaqueta así tú avirás? Póntela bien, bendito.
Well, I think that about sums it up.
Something recently. I heard that the academia lost something recently.
So that's your true objective.
I want to learn more about it.
With our current arrangement, I don't believe I can offer an answer.
Perhaps we can negotiate further.
You're still resolved. Fine. Let's talk somewhere with fewer people.
Perfect. Perfect. A negociar. Después que no te tenga que dar un espadazo y darte una pela, estamos bien.
Let's continue our conversation here. If you wish to learn more about the knowledge capsule that the Academia lost, then you must help me with something.
And what it is?
I need you to find someone named Dory, a traveling merchant. Unlike the peddlers who hawk inferior knowledge capsules, she often has quality goods in stock. Some say that as long as there is profit to be made, there is nothing she won't dare to sell. She's guarded against people from the Academia because most of her wares don't comply with Academia regulations. I think she blacklisted me. I met with her informant, but it soon became clear that they had no intention of letting me get any further. Become one of Dory's customers and earn her trust. This is my condition for further collaboration.
Why do you want us to meet with her?
Nosotros somos Academia de verdad.
Until you complete this task, you don't have question privileges.
Fine. So how do we go about doing this?
You two are outlanders who haven't been here for long, so Dory should view you as safe clients. I'll give you the informant's address and their contact password. Beyond the password, though, I have no way of knowing what other tricks she might have up her sleeve. You'll have to improvise.
Esa es parte.
This is kind of nerve-wracking.
Ay, Paimon, por favor.
The true challenge begins after you meet her. She has a keen nose for Mora and a shrewd eye for wares, and she only likes customers who she deems to have good taste. I'll prepare some funds for you. Buy her highest quality wares and earn her approval.
What? We only just saw a knowledge capsule for the first time. We don't know how to tell which ones are good and which ones are bad. Is that something we can learn quickly?
That's true. Have you two heard of elemental sight?
I can use it.
Oh? That's a surprise. Guess I'll have to hold you in higher regard. Anyway, that ability should resolve your issue.
Appleby.
Here are 2 knowledge capsules. Tell me, can you detect any difference in their quality?
They look the same to Paimon.
Try inspecting them with elemental sight.
Okay, la de la izquierda.
How'd it go? Did you see anything?
The one on the left shines brighter.
Rumor has it that higher quality knowledge capsules generally appear brighter when viewed through elemental sight. That's because knowledge originates from Irminsul, the root of Dendro power itself. The more powerful the knowledge, the richer it is in Dendro energy. However, some canned knowledge with a high concentration of elemental energy is of little use in contemporary times, so those capsules are of little value. Using elemental sight is merely a stopgap measure, but it should suffice for earning Dory's trust.
That sounds pretty impressive.
Here's a sheet with the informant's location and contact password, and here is the Mora for purchasing canned knowledge. Don't be cheap. You'll need to spend to catch Dory's eye. If there's any Mora left over, just keep it. Oh, and be sure to exercise some caution. There have been Matra present in Port Ormos lately. Your efforts will be for naught if they catch you.
Matra?
They belong to the Academia's regulatory body. They also handle cases of illegal canned knowledge transactions. Like I said, the Academia has banned both their trade and possession. The Matra are razor sharp. You're in for nothing good if they lock their sights onto you. If you two want to back out, now's the time.
I'm willing to take that risk.
Okay, then we have a deal. If you succeed in your dealings with Dory, come find me at the Wikela Funduk. We'll have an open discussion then.
Aye.
Looking at what Al-Haytham wrote, Dory's informant is a trader near Old Ormos. Let's follow these instructions and try to get in contact with him.
Hello. What are you two looking to buy?
Wait, are you sure you're remembering that right?
No leí el
Jaime
papel.
doesn't think it was that on the paper.
What a unique palette. We have unripe hara fruits, but we usually keep them in the back. I'll have someone escort you.
Following the paper got us past the first round.
Ronak, these two want to buy unripe hara fruits. Show them to the warehouse.
Got it. You two, please follow me.
Vamos allá.
You two have a fascinating fashion sense. We haven't seen a customer wearing a Sumeru rose for quite some time.
Hold on. Let me think. Sumeru rose means common merch. No, look again. We're obviously wearing morning flowers.
Ah, my mistake. I do apologize.
Whew. That pop quiz sure was scary.
The warehouse is up ahead. Please follow me.
What do you think I'm doing? The unappreciated what? Unappreciated carving. The unappreciated carving. What? How do I even get up there? Este puntito aquí. Todos los medios de transporte, mientras más los pueda abrir, mejor para mí. Ahora vamos a ir para aquí, que este es el evento de que salió esta semana.
Port Ormos is pretty great. There's so many new and interesting things, not to mention all the tasty food. Sumeru's largest commercial port sure lives up to its name. Look at all the merchants, and everyone seems excited just to be here.
No one quite as excited as Paimon.
How did things end up like this?
All thanks to your artistic license. That's how. I should have made you wait until we got an update from Tanja.
But when I finished the prototype Aranara yesterday, you agreed that the kids would like it. That's why we tried bringing it out for a test run today.
Well, I never thought they'd dislike it so much.
Oh, what should we do?
There we go, they sound distinctly less than excited.
Whoa. Yeah. Compared to everyone else, they seem really down in the dumps. Let's go find out what's going on. Oh, hey there. Paimon's name is Paimon, and he's a traveler who is just passing by. Is there something bothering you?
Paimon's name's Paimon.
Oh, I noticed you two a moment ago. Welcome to Akara Crafts, the best toy store in Port Ormos. At least for now. What's bothering us is this prototype Aranara. To start with, could I get your opinion on it?
It's ugly. Si le cae encima a un nene, lo mata.
Prototype Aranara? You mean this wood carving here? Looks like a mushroom monster to Paimon.
But it doesn't look very happy.
Oh, there we have it. The verdict is in. What a headache.
Not the first negative feedback we've had.
So, what exactly is a prototype Aranara?
So for context, Aranara are magical creatures in Sumeru fairy tales that live in the forest. For the store's 20th anniversary, we plan to release a series of hand-carved toys based on the Aranara stories that kids know and love. This is a prototype we made to get an idea of how they would react.
Está feito.
But when we put it out there, the reaction was not quite what we'd anticipated.
I suppose why.
They thought it looked like a mushroom too, huh?
No, worse than that, actually. I can't quite describe it, though. And I'm also not very good with kids. Maybe you could ask them for yourselves.
Esto me suena a que va a ser una historia un poquito larguita también.
This is not an Aranara. No way. I've read Uncle Tanja's Aranara and the Ill Little Fungus. It says that Aranara are supposed to be chubby and squishy. The carving looks nothing like that.
Toys do look better when they're round and chubby. Uncle Tonder said in Aranara's vow that you can deceive the eyes, but you can't deceive the heart. This carving makes me feel lost and confused inside. I don't think the creator put his heart into it at all. It's nothing like an Aranara.
Dios mío, qué difícil.
Ooh, didn't put his heart into it, huh? Oh, sounds like one of those things that's easier said than understood.
Exactly.
Cassid and Alia didn't like this carving, but I think it's okay. It doesn't look too happy, so it's kind of pitiful in a cute way.
Oh, a positive review!
Yeah, so I would totally ask my dad to get it for me, if it wasn't meant to be an Aranara.
Oh, well, that took a sudden turn for the worse. We asked the children for their opinions.
Oh, how did it go? Has it maybe, grown on them at all?
Unfortunately, no.
Oh, this is such a shame. Why isn't Tanger back from Gandharvaville yet?
Gandharva? Damn, these names.
Oh, the kids kept mentioning an Uncle Tanger, too. Who is he exactly?
Uncle Tanger is a famous children's author here in Port Ormos. He wrote quite a few stories in the past, but none of them were popular among children. Just like our prototype Aranara.
Aranara.
But around a year or so ago, he suddenly had a eureka moment or something. And suddenly the children loved every one of his stories.
That's right. My little Ghaffari loves his stories too. The whole reason we decided to make these carvings was because we saw just how popular the Aranara are among children. We asked Tanja for guidance, but right after he agreed, he went off to Gandharvaville with his son to look for inspiration. They haven't returned yet. We were running out of time, so we had no choice but to carve an Aranara based on our own imaginations. As you can see, this was the result.
So, mala imaginación. Bien mala imaginación, entonces.
Oh, we have to do something. Hey, since you're the famous traveler, could you do us a favor and look for Tanger in Gandharvaville?
¿Cómo sabes que soy el famous traveler?
He doesn't have to come in person if he's too busy. Just ask him to write down his suggestions and bring his notes back to us, if you could. Please, if only to put a smile on the children's faces. And, of course, you'll be well compensated for doing us the favor.
They seem pretty desperate. Let's help them out. To see the kids smile. And also for our reward.
Okay, we'll do it so that Paimon can get her rewards.
Yay, rewards!
Paimon no lo está haciendo por los niños. We know that. Gandharva is the other way. But I like that tower that I'm looking all the way back there. Oh, we can go over there actually. Nice. Okay, now we gotta go back to Gandharvaville. So Gandharvaville es la primera villa a la cual nosotros llegamos. So back to square one, basically. Look at the huge robot, at least the map. And this one is very far away. It's gonna be 12, so I think I'll leave it here. Lo voy a dejar aquí. Dale like al video. Gracias por todos los comentarios, software. Espero que te pongas a jugar Genshin Impact. You're gonna be busy for some time, but it's worth it. It's worth it. Coge. Ahí, Danger Crystals. Mira, hasta las mariposas sirven para algo aquí, imagínate. Hay otro tesoro ahí. Vamos a dejar estas cosas ya. Eremite Date Thunder. This water is from the backbone of the many scattered mercenary groups that hail from the desert. Qué interesante. ¿Me dieron un Primogen solamente por checar eso? Nice. ¿Qué tenemos aquí? Achievements. Hear the voice of divine wisdom. The voice of Akasha. 5 Primogens. Entonces, let's waste Primogens. No creo que tenga mucho. Vamos a ver, tengo 400 Primogens. Vamos a hacer el pool de aquí. Skip. Mira, me dieron a Cushing. Nice. Yo tengo a Cushing con todas las constelaciones abiertas. Cushing es de electricidad de Liwe. No voy a enseñar cuántas que tengo. So, let's check it out. Chop. Vamos a comprar. Puedo comprar, pero fíjate cuántos me faltan de Noel. Aquí puedo comprar más que 2. Okay. Aquí todavía no me han salido los nuevos. ¿Cuántos días faltan? Left this month, 5 days. Ok. No, 5 months. 5 days, no, eso no tiene nada que ver. No dice, anyways. Aquí yo puedo comprar esto mismo. Esto es 1-1. Esto es 1-1 también. Puedo comprar esto. Estos son 75. Hay que se echar esto. Okay. Gift shops. Remaining 680. Adventure Instructional Bundle. ¿Qué tiene? 25 versus Share Bundle. Not bad. No, preferiría esta. Para que tengan los materiales para subir los talentos. Y esta. Heroes with Fire. Nada. 1680. Another time. Voy a checar a Noel, voy a checar eso ahora mismo. Cushing Stella Fortuna. Ese es el first time recasting Stellar Restoration. While a lightning stiletto is present, causes Cushing to deal 50% of her damage attack as AoE electro damage. Nice. First time I open a constellation. Ok, Noel. A Noel solamente me falta una constelación. Must be spotless. Sweeping time. Sweeping time, quiet talent. Sweeping time. El triángulo, el special. Okay. Increases Noel attack by an additional 50% of her defense. O sea, nice. Additionally, every opponent defeated during the skill's duration adds 1 second to the duration, all the way up to 10 seconds. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. So I can try to buy one Noel. La otra que está en venta es Beirut, but hace tiempo que yo no uso Beirut. Ah, chachi, le falta todas las constelaciones. Look at that. Summer of Storm. Increases the level of tide color by 3. Maximum upgrade level 15. Tide color es simplemente el enredo. No es el special. Next time, Beirut. Next time. ¿En qué nivel yo te dejé? 50. Y ya la puedo ascender y todo. Look at that.
If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready.
I know. No es un personaje que... Es un personaje que sí vale la pena subir de nivel. Igual que esta está aquí, Jan Fei. There are a lot of good characters. Este también tengo que subirlo de nivel porque ya tengo todas las constelaciones. ¿Qué me falta contigo? Corlapis, igual que a Zhongli. Level 90, level 90. Mira todo lo que yo tengo. Yo tengo este personaje de agua, level 90. Personaje de roca, level 90. Personaje de electricidad, level 90. El God of Geo, level 90. Ella no sé por qué está aquí amongst them. Level 60. Ella es uno de los primeros personajes que nos dan gratis. The God of Electro. The Riding Shogun. Level 90. Noel también es uno de los primeros personajes del juego. Level 90. Kamisato de hielo. Level 90. Diluc de fuego. Level 90. Your Traveler. Ahora mismo con el poder de Dendro. Level 90. I've been busy. Punto amarillo. Azul, mejor dicho. Bueno. Sigo mañana. Vamos a acabar el broadcasting. Buenas noches.